right, Instagram. All right, YouTube. I can see you. YouTube, you cannot see me yet. This is, if you guys are on YouTube, I have a fun new screen that starts this whole thing off. So if you are on YouTube, pop on over to YouTube, check that out. It's just bubbles. It's just bubbling water, or bubbling, whatever it is. Good to have you guys. We're going to start here in just 1 second. Let a couple more people jump in. I know these are drinking people, you guys are, so maybe you guys are still sleeping. Pop on over when you can. Good. I can hear me in the other room, so that's awesome. That's great. Okay. Good, we're building. Yeah, why don't we start this guy up here in about 1 minute. Yeah, Instagram, so happy to have you guys here. YouTube, also happy to have you guys here. Thank you for your patience with me this week. I was definitely not my best. A little under the weather this week. A lot going on. All right. I think we're good here. Okay. Hello. Hi, YouTube. Cool. Well, we have some drinks going now. I do have another new interesting little feature. I have music being pumped into the YouTube. So let me know, guys, if that music is too loud, if it is distracting, or if it puts you right where you need to be. It is fun Tiki music, I think. I don't know. Kyle Tender will tell me here in just a second. Alright, well, yeah, I think we can probably get it going. Yeah, I think we can probably get going. Big news today. Really, really big news today. A gargantuan win happened this morning. Although it was a come-from-behind victory. Wasn't happening at the beginning. It definitely happened at the end. About half the people where I grew up, very disappointed about the outcome. It was rough. It's a victory that occurred. It wasn't the leader that I would have picked. But I'm just happy that it happened. Regardless of how it happened, I'm very happy that it happened. No matter if it took longer than it expected to start, I was really excited to see it happen. And of course, I'm talking about the USC Trojans beating the Arizona State Sun Devils. Fight on. We don't talk politics in here, so we talk other kinds of stuff. That is the win that I'm talking about. Go USC. Fight on. Fire Clay Helton. Get him out of here. He's the worst. Clay, if you're watching, I know you're not. If you are, though, Clay, you're not welcome in Cush's Tiki Bar. I don't want you in here. You're not great at this. If I'm feeling a little lower energy than I usually am, it is because I am coming off of food poisoning. I could not sit and concentrate on drinks this week. So about an hour ago, I started to put together a curriculum. Some stuff that I'm interested in, some stuff that maybe you guys have at your house. I will let you know what ingredients you need before we start. If you do want to run around and find this stuff, go for it. But let's begin with the first drink. I know this. I know that after people get food poisoning, sometimes their taste buds change. Sometimes everything changes in them. So I decided to start off today by, there we go. Nope. Let me grab a glass. There we go. I decided to start off today with a cocktail that I have given the short end of the stick for a long, long time. And it is, when people ask me what is your least favorite drink, Cush, I always say it is the Cadillac Margarita. So I'm going to see if maybe I can make a Cadillac Margarita right now that I will like. Now I'm not going to be making a normal Cadillac Margarita. I know that I will not like that. I have a feeling that I will not like that. But instead, I'm going to make a version of the Cadillac Margarita that I might like. So if you guys do want to join, let me join my thing so I can see what everybody's saying. If you guys do want to join along with this, you're going to need some tequila. Obviously. You're going to need some agave. You're going to need some lime, right? That is a pretty decent base for a margarita. After that, I'm going to be making Cointreau foam. So if you have one of these guys, that's awesome. If you do not, though, you're going to need some egg whites. You're going to need some orange juice, and you're going to need some Cointreau. And probably a hand blender. We're going to make a foam out of it. We're going to make like a meringue. So let's start by making the cocktail. Screw it. Let's start by making this thing so that everybody has a little bit of time going. We are going to be making a foam, first of all. For people that don't know what a Cadillac Margarita is, it is just a regular old margarita that has a bit of Grand Marnier floating on top of it. I do not carry Grand Marnier at Cush's Tiki Bar. I prefer Cointreau. I think Grand Marnier is gross. It's gross. So I'm going to instead, unless they want to sponsor me, and then I think you guys are awesome, send some stuff over. But instead, we're going to be making the foam first. So let's grab some eggs. Hopefully you guys have some eggs at your house already. Just so everybody knows, I did not go to the store today. I did not go out and find new stuff. This was just stuff that was hanging around my house. Hopefully you guys are as packed with stuff in your house as I am in my house. We're going to take just the egg whites here, and we are going to dribble these egg whites right in there. Beautiful. Put it in there. We're going to do 2 egg whites. Here we go. If Kyle can hear me, Kyle, would you mind turning down the TV out there just a touch? I can definitely hear myself. Normally I don't complain about it, but I think this food poisoning has made me extra sensitive to everything. So there we have some eggs. We are then going to take an orange, just regular old orange. We want to get all of the juiciness out of it. So we're going to cut this right in half here. And we're going to get the juice of one fresh, young baby orange. I'm going to use the juicer for this thing. I think that is going to be easier to get as much juice out of this as I can. I only have 2 oranges in my house, so I had to use the most juicing that I could. Hopefully, I'm shooting for about an ounce and a half of OJ. And I need the orange juice for another drink. I'm making a really fun cocktail there at the end. Hopefully that is... we have enough OJ for it. So let's get all of that OJ out. I'm not even going to disappoint myself by checking how much juice I did get out of these oranges. Let's see if it even looks like 2 ounces. I think that's pretty close to 2 ounces. Oh, fun new feature, part of the YouTube thing. When we're going over to Toolcam, slight fade, slight fade, slight fade, slight fade. Look at me, getting so bougie with this thing. We are not. We're no longer just clicking over. We're doing slight fade. Next thing we need to do is put some Cointreau in here. Cointreau, of course, is an orange liqueur. It is far more expensive than normal orange liqueurs. So hopefully this all works out. We're gonna be putting in 2 full ounces of this. Now this might be far too much liquid. I have not made this before. Like I said. I did not have the time or the patience this week to be making anything. I was UTW. I was under the weather. We're going to go ahead and grab some of this laughing gas that I always have at the ready. And we are going to charge this baby up. Yes! Give this a big old shake. Shake it, 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 shake it. We're going to move this out because we'll be using this in just a minute. Shake it, 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 shake it. I'm going to give this an extra little blast of foam here, just so that we definitely have some dinitrous oxide in here. If you guys are making this at home, just grab some egg, like an egg beater, and just until you get some stiff peaks. That is one of my favorite baking terms. We have been watching a lot of the Great British Bake Off, or the Great British Baking Show over here. So we know about creme patisserie, we know about stiff peaks, we know about soggy bottoms. We could be watching all kinds of stuff knowing about that. So we're gonna put that off to the side. Now we're gonna make a margarita. We're gonna make it into this guy, grab a little shake. We won't be making a traditional margarita. Instead though, we will be making my favorite margarita. It's called Tommy's Margarita from the 1980s. A little town called San Francisco. Tequila, 2 ounces. 2 full ounces of delish tequila. In a normal margarita, we would be reaching for the Cointreau or for some triple sec. We are not doing that. The sweetener in this is going to be agave syrup. So we grab our agave. Watch the slow fade. Slow fade. Slow fade. So much better on YouTube right now, guys. Sorry, Instagram. I love you guys too, but I've really worked my YouTube game to the max. It has an intro song. It has an outro song you guys will see at the end. It's great. 3/4 of an ounce. 3/4 of 1 ounce for agave syrup. We're just gonna match that equal parts with the limes. Cut these bad boys right in half here. And like Constantino Vert, my bartending boyfriend, we are going to squeeze these guys by hand. Slow fade. There we go. Squeeze them in here. 1. Squeeze them in here. 2. And we have made a Tommy's Margarita. Of course, every cocktail that we have to add just a touch of water. So let's find that water, and let's do that water with some ice. Here is my ice. Everybody out. There we go. The ice is ready now, everybody. Let's go ahead and pour some ice cubes into here. Beautiful. Look at all those ice cubes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We want to add just a touch more than we think because we are going to be floating some thick syrup on top of this. So we do want a heavily iced cocktail. On the count of 3, guys, let's shake. If I start to seem like I am going blurry from this, you guys won't know. For about 45 seconds, there's about a 45-second delay. So if about 45 seconds, if you guys see that I'm blurry, please call the police. 45 seconds ago. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's a lot of shaking because we do want a very icy cocktail. My hands are freezing, but I can't feel it. Go ahead and pour this guy in. Last little drips. We're going to use our Hawthorne strainer, slow fade. Right in there. Beautiful. Now, we do not have a Cadillac Margarita until we have added our extra bit of sweet. Usually Grand Marnier, but Cush's Tiki Bar does not carry Grand Marnier. So instead, we're going to be using our Grand Marnier or our Cointreau foam. Let's slow fade this. Slow fade. Let's fix tool cam just a touch. And let's pray that this works. Oh, sounds like it's working. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We have Grand Marnier foam. This is just a foam that'll sit right here on top of this cocktail. It will have the sweetness that a Grand Marnier will have. It will also have some creaminess from those eggs. It'll have some meringue. It'll also, I probably don't want to, yeah. Oh God, it's good. Oh, oops. Uh-oh. I might be a Cadillac Margarita man now. Oh yeah. Oh shoot. Spent like 10 years hating this cocktail. One bout of food poisoning, and here I am in love with a cocktail. That is that, guys. That is the delicious new Cush tender version of an old classic. This is called the Cadillac Margarita with some stiff-peaked foam that is made of orange liqueur. I'm going to bring Kyle Tender to come get this drink, but in the meanwhile, I just want to thank every single person that showed up to my Halloween class last week. Ton of fun seeing everybody's costumes. The winner, in case anybody was wondering, was, of course, my good friend, the Apostle of Tiki. He won a cocktail from me, dropped off at his house. He has not received that yet. Again, I was dead this week. But if anybody wants to know what his costume was, very, very clever. He dressed as a Royal Hawaiian Scratch, a Mai Tai. He wore the crown, he was Hawaiian, and he was drinking a Mai Tai. For those of you who don't know what that is a drink that I love, and he dressed as it. So perfect cocktail costume from my good friend, the Apostle of Tiki Reed. Congratulations. Thank you everybody else that showed up. You guys were all so awesome. I love seeing everybody. Pass this off to Kyle real quick. We'll come back, make a couple more drinks. Do not worry if you do not have this stuff. I sort of went a little out there with stuff this week. I was trying to use stuff that I had in my house to make cocktails, so watch. If you like the cocktails, make them later. Just drink what you have right now. I'll be right back. Oh, Kyle. Kyle? Oh, Kyle gone. Kyle dead. All right, Kyle doesn't get his cocktail then. Oh, there's Kyle. Glenn's new favorite. This is Glenn's new favorite, says Glenn, is what this little one says. I guess my dad really likes the new Cadillac Margarita. That's funny. It is my least favorite cocktail, although that version of it was the tits. It was awesome. Very good. Glad that you like that, Pop. You know what would be really good in that? Zacapa. It's his favorite rum. How long before that sweet foam expires? Kurt, we probably have about 24 hours on this guy. I wouldn't recommend doing much more. The freeze on that, so when you hit it with that nitrous oxide, that dinitrous oxide, it is going to freeze over really quickly, so it will stay cold in there, but those bubbles don't last forever. There is no way to seal this thing completely, so it will start to fall. In fact, if I let it sit there for a little bit longer, the foam will get bigger. At the end of class, I will put a little bit more foam on something else so we can see. See, Paul just walked in. I did see Derek Handley in the chat today. I haven't talked to Derek in many years. I think he has 5 or 12 kids now. Derek, famous for playing his cello in the shower when we were in college together. He thought it had good acoustics. Yeah. So, what's up, Derek? Good to see you, buddy. Paul's in there. Let's jump into another cocktail. Oh, I did have classes. I do have classes for the next 2 weeks after this. So, if you guys think you can beat my next 2 classes, I will let you know what the next 2 weeks of classes are. Since I didn't do one this week, I'm going to do 2 for the next week. So, think about it, and let's go. Let's keep going. The next cocktail we're going to be doing, my mom is on her way to Florida, or is in Florida. She is Florida bound, and there is a hurricane brewing there. There was a hurricane brewing there, and there's one thing that I know about my mom. She does not like hurricanes. I don't know anybody that loves hurricanes. She does not like them more, though. Whatever you think of hurricanes, she likes them least. So I wanted to make something that was... take an old classic, the hurricane cocktails. Got some passion fruits. It's got some lime and some rum, and I wanted to update it so that we could have an improved hurricane. Maybe she will like the improved hurricane cocktail as opposed to the normal hurricane cocktail. We are going to throw this one into this guy right here. This is called a Pearl Diver Glass Slow Fade. Slow Fade. It's the Pearl Diver Glass. We're going to be making this in here. I think this is a better glass than the actual hurricane glass that looks like this. Those things just look silly. Hurricanes are not supposed to be pink So we will not be making ours pink. We will instead be making ours a brilliant, I don't know, it's like an orange. So let's build. Let's build here. We got this guy right here. We're going to shake in here. We're going to shake, rattle, and roll this whole thing. We're going to start off by starting off the right way with rum. Now, the normal one calls for a dark rum. We are not looking for dark rum today. We are instead going to be looking for a Smith & Cross traditional Jamaican rum. This is the only rum that I cannot get the label to show up on YouTube. So Instagram and YouTube are in the exact same place. It just shines too bright. So we're gonna take this guy, we're gonna put in 1.5 ounces. If you guys have never tried, what is this? Oh, that is more syrup. We didn't get all of the syrup out of there, I guess, the agave. Dump that out. We don't want to be mixing ingredients. No extra sweetener in this if we can possibly avoid it. We're going to take this Smith & Cross and we're going to be putting in 1.5 ounces. 1.5, Cush? You always put 2. Yeah, well, we got more to go, guys. Do not worry. Do not fret. You guys are freaking out right now and I need you to calm down. Take a sip of whatever you got and go there. So we have this. I wanted to bring in a touch of sweetness. I think my mom's a very sweet lady, so I wanted to bring in some sweet booze in this. So we are going to be putting in some of this guy. This is an apple brandy. This is Applejack. Laird's Applejack. This is, hopefully you guys do have this around your house. About 3 weeks ago, I did do, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, not last week, but the week before, so that's 2 weeks ago. We did do the apple class. If you guys have not found anything to do with your brandy yet, hey, gotcha. We're gonna be putting in 1 ounce of this stuff. Yum. So get that stuff out of your house. I'm trying to drink through all of my booze right now. I'm trying to start over again so that I can really start to build up what my booze are. So we have this here. We are going to reach in here for some Cointreau. Touch of Cointreau. If you already have the Cointreau out, boy, you guys are in luck. 1/2 ounce. 1/2 ounce of Cointreau. We are going to bitter this guy up. Not everybody. Everybody thinks my mom's the sweetest lady of all time. She did yell at me a few times when I was a kid, more than a few times. So I do want to add just a touch of bitter. Touch of bitter. So 1-2 dashes of Delish bitters, and yeah, there we go. We're going to squeeze a lime. That has nothing to do with my mom, but most of my cocktails have lime in them. Big fan of lime. I cut this open, squeeze by hand, slow fade, squeeze by hand, squeeze by hand. Oh, there it goes. Oh, got it. Was somebody asking about bartending flair? I drop lime sometimes, so I don't think I'll be teaching the I don't think I'll be teaching this guy. Right there, we have the juice of 1 lime, and the last ingredient is what makes this thing a hurricane. Instead of just grabbing passion fruit, we're going to be adding passion fruit, orange juice, and guava juice. It comes in a situation that looks like this. It is called Pog. It's a Tiki staple. It smells so good. We're going to be putting in 2.5 ounces of this stuff. About 2.5. Right there. And we are going to set that off. Now, if anybody has ever had a classic hurricane from O'Brien's in New Orleans, this will certainly be different. This is not going to have that saccharine sweetness of the blended hurricane that comes in the whatever those are, the icy machines that you can get and walk around New Orleans. This is not going to have that. This is going to be closer to the original O'Brien's cocktail. That was only named, it wasn't named Hurricane because there was a hurricane going on. It was named a hurricane because when a boat came in, a bunch of sailors got out. They wanted to buy this stuff. All he had was passion fruit, rum, and lime, but he didn't have enough glasses to serve them. So he went to the store next door that sold lamps. He bought a bunch of hurricane lamps that looked like this, started selling his drinks in hurricane lamps. That's how I got the name, not because it reminds anybody of hurricanes or anything like that. That's how old O'Brien got his hurricane cocktail going. We're going to add a bunch of ice to this guy, and we are going to shake the living garbage out of this. We want all of this ice broken up, so do shake as hard as you can. I do not have my blender in here. If you do have a blender, maybe hit it with a blender real quick. Give it a quick old bang from there, and then go after that. Let's give this a big fat shake. Slow fade. We are going to just pump and dump this guy. That is how old Mr. O'Brien would do it. Right into, I hate this big piece of ice, so we're just gonna take it out by hand. You just want those crushies. Beautiful. Throw him out. Put him in here. There we go. And there you have it. This is the improved Hurricane. Why not take a couple limes that are supposed to go like this and capsize them? Now we have two little capsized boats in our Hurricane. That's not supposed to be scary. That's supposed to be great. How about a quick hello to Kai and Ella, who are watching on YouTube, saying they love the shake. Who doesn't love the shake? Kai and Ella are 3 years old. They love the shake. It was just their birthday a while ago. Happy birthday to you two again. It's their birthday in like early October. But they're 3, so they get to have birthdays whenever they want. That's Apostle of Tiki, winner of Cush's inaugural 2020 costume contest. Pog, the POG, is going to be in at 2.5 ounces. I'm seeing that question right there. So that is that. I'm going to give this a big old sip. It's kind of odd. Show you guys on the YouTube. It looks like it's looking at me. It looks like it's a Muppet that's looking at me. Kind of disapprovingly. Now what am I going to do? Oh my God. Oh, I don't want to give that one to Kyle. Thing's thick. It's thick with goodness. Ugh. Ugh, I love it. I'm exhausted. I haven't stood for this long forever. I did teach a show last night. I was on all kinds of drugs, just trying to get through it. Not drinking, not having any fun. It was fun. Do the show. Just in case you guys do want to watch me do another show, in case this is enough for you. Friday nights, 5 o'clock on the West Coast time. I do a show on Mixed Cocktail Hour with some really good friends of mine called the Mixed Crew, Mixed Live. If you want to watch it there, YouTube, Mixed Cocktail Hour. We put the things up. Last night I did a show with a guy named John Bailey, who does the craziest impressions I've ever seen in my life. He did Ryan Reynolds like Ryan Reynolds was sitting next to me. He did Mark Wahlberg as if Mark Wahlberg was yelling at me for just being alive. That's what I seem like Mark Wahlberg does. There were a bunch of really great impressions. Go watch that. I'm going to pass this off to Kyle. If you guys have any questions, please put them in chat. YouTube, I can read your stuff. Instagram, I'm having a tough time. My thing isn't really working as well as I would like to. But do ask those questions, and I will be right back to continue this. So, Kyle. My friend Curtis, who actually gave me this hat. This is my Curtis hat. I love this hat. I wear it all the time. It's my favorite hat of all time. He just gave it to me during quarantine, so none of you actually see me with it. But I do love this hat. I wear this all the time. He asked me, was it extra for the shades? For the lamp shades, for the hurricane glasses. I don't know that specific thing. I would take a guess and say yes. The legend of it goes, and just like every drinking legend, we don't know what's true and what's not, but the drinking legend goes, the guy was unable to sell these hurricane lamps, and so in the end, he decided to just basically give them away. So, I don't know. I think he was probably having an easy time selling all the rest of that stuff, but maybe a bit of a tougher time selling the others. Listen, Kurt, that is a great question. I got a lot to read about now. I really got to sit down to figure out what's going on with these lampshades. Won't be able to sleep anymore. That was tough. Cool. I think we're caught up. I see Cozy Mom is in. Cozy Mom came to my Tiki, or to my Halloween party last week, the Zoom Halloween party. It was good to see Tiki Mom. It was her birthday a bunch of times last month, so it's good to see her. Flair class coming soon. Sure, of course, why not? Yeah, good. Okay. I think I will pop on. Oh, before I do, I want to thank everybody, as always, for popping on to this channel. I want to thank everybody that has supported the channel. If you can support the channel to keep me just sort of able to even exist in here, you can donate here at Venmo, Cush Tender. Otherwise, you can go down in the description, buy me a shot through PayPal. That is always very helpful, just to keep the channel alive, just to keep this thing making sense. These classes will always be free, though, so do not worry about that. And if you cannot support financially, I totally understand. The economy is where it's at, and we're in a weird thing. You can always just go to my YouTube channel, Cush Tender, youtube.com/Cush Tender. You YouTube people know. Just watch some of my videos. Watch, like, subscribe, share. Do that whole thing. It really helps when I get eyes on those videos. It definitely starts to put me up. Next week I have very little to do, and hopefully my stomach will be better. So I will be putting up a bunch of videos, including my review of Cutwater's Tiki, what is it called? Rum Tiki Mai Tai. And I think I've cracked the code on how to build it. So we will be doing that next week. So do stick around for that. Wait for that from there. Now let's get into our next cocktail. Oh my God. I haven't had a drink all week. So this is great. I'm going to keep that down there. Last cocktail is a really fun one. I've been working with a friend of mine recently on a new special project. Her name is Sabine. Sabine is just a really wonderful human, really good at her job, really good at what she does. And one of the best parts about being a bartender and being a very knowledgeable bartender is people will bring you stuff and say, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? What could you do with this? What exactly is it? And sometimes, if they're not big drinkers, somebody will have gifted them a bottle of something a long time ago, and they're like, I don't even know what to do with it. You seem like somebody that could do something with it. Just, make me a drink with it, and then you can have the rest of it. Well, that happened this week. She has a big Haitian family, and in the back of one of their cupboards, she found this bottle right here. This is a bottle of Rum Barbancourt. Ron Barbancourt. It is a Haitian rum, so I figured this would be a good day to make a great rum punch using the Ron Barbancourt. This is a great punch because the maker of this punch once wrote a scathing review of the enemy of the Tiki story, or the bad guy in the Tiki story, Trader Vic. He wrote a scathing review of his version of Rum Punch and said this is the only way you can do it. And so I like anybody that has said bad things about Trader Vic. So I do have some Ron Barbancourt from the 1940s. Is when this guy was probably right around, and this is going to have the same flavors as the actual one. Now I have my notes down here because I did just decide to do this one moments ago. So let's begin. Oh great. So this is the this is Olofsson's. This is called the Olofsson's Ron Punch. This is a really nice rum. I've only tasted it for a second. Well, I guess I tasted it for as long as you taste something, but I only tasted just a touch of it, just to see what it was. And now, very excited to be using this in a cocktail. So, since this is a rum punch, we are going to go 3 of strong. We all know the punch poem: 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak. We're going to do 3 of strong right here, but we are going to do 2.5 ounces of this rare and delicious Ron Barbancourt. So 2.5. Perfect. We are going to do the juice of 1 orange, which is right here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to squeeze this bad boy, get the juice of 1 orange. This is going to be part of our sweet, part of our sour. We know it's 1 of sour, 2 of sweet. So this is going to actually be part of our sour, part of our sweet. So let's squeeze this little orange. Let's do slow fade, slow fade. Yeah, slow fade. There we go. In here. I don't know how interesting this is on YouTube, but I am mesmerized. Look at that. Oh yeah. Will he get it all? Will he get it all? Is that what we're all asking? Ah, he got it all. There we go. We got all that juice right out of there. Let me put this down right over here. We're going to do some lime juice. 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, which always ends up equaling right about a 1/2 ounce. Or sorry, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. There we go. There's our OJ. There's our OJ. OJ. Cut this guy in half. We're going to get as much juice as we can out of these guys. If anybody's watched one of my classes before, you know how to squeeze a lime to get the most juice out of it. We're going to cut this into a third. We're going to find the column right here in the middle. We're going to cut that guy out. Cut that guy out. Cut that guy out. And then we're going to squeeze by hand. That's how we get all the juice out of our limes. Just like this. Switch back here. There we go. Just like that. And like this. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we're going to take our column in the middle. This is the little juice beast. This is the thing that keeps all that juice back. We are going to just give this guy a big old squeeze-a-roo or a little twist-a-roo. We're going to wring its little neck out. There we go. Beautiful. Put this back into my little trash can down here. We're going to add just a touch of sugar. We're going to add 1 cube Aruba of sugar. Now it has a bunch of juices in there, so that should start to devolve. Devolve? Definitely not, Cush. It should start to dissolve really quickly. So let's give that a little stir until we don't hear any more of that grittiness down there. Very important that the grittiness is out of our Olafson's rum punch from 1947. And then we're going to toss in just a touch of spice. The spice that we're using today is going to be this lovely Luxardo maraschino. We will put a dash of Angostura bitters in here too, but we're looking for about 1/4 ounce of Luxardo maraschino. That's not 1/4. That's 1/4. Right there. So just a touch. Very, very little maraschino goes a very, very, very long way. So do be careful when just eyeballing maraschino. I am a pretty good dude at that. That's what I do. I eyeball. We're going to go ahead and give this 3 quick dashes. 1, 2, 3. Bam! That is our spice. So let's go over the ingredients one more time. We have a 1 of sour. That is our lime, 3/4 lime. Plus, we're going to count some of that orange juice as the sour. We're going to do 2 of sweet. That is sugar and orange. We're going to do 3 of strong. That is 3 ounces of rum. We have yet to put all 3 ounces. We have 2.5 ounces going in here right now. And then 4 of weak. The weak that we are throwing in here is, of course, going to be water ice. So as much water ice as you can shove into your little glass, that is what we're going for. Oh, I'm missing it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yes. All the way to the top. Looking really good. That's what it looks like. It's poking out. See that poke? It's a good ass poke. It's a really good poke, everybody. Worry not. And we are going to give this a shake. Let me check my notes, make sure I didn't forget anything, because I don't want to waste any of this. Yeah, we are good. Big, 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 big shake. Big, 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 big shake. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Kai and Allie, you guys ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I see Keith asking, can you use Ron Agricole? No, Keith, it is not the same thing, even a little bit. Haitian rum let me just taste a little Haitian rum for you. Tell me what, I'll tell you exactly what I think you can substitute it for. It is not that easy to find Haitian rum. It is really sort of a, yeah, ooh. It is very much like a mix. It's gonna sound really weird. It is sort of like a mix between a very lightly spiced rum and an extra flavorful real version of Bacardi Dark. Not like black Bacardi, but like the aged Bacardi. It has all the rum flavors of it, a lot of molasses going through it, but there's also some spice. I don't know how Haitians make their rum. I don't know, like there just aren't enough Haitian rums that I've had to study the Isle of Haiti and their rums, but that would be the best way I could describe it. The best thing you can do is find a, dang, because it's not a Jamaican. Yeah, maybe a Havana Club if you have like a real aged Havana Club, but you're gonna want a touch of extra spice in there, like I'm saying like a Sailor Jerry, or if you have a more expensive, probably spiced rum, that would be what I would recommend. That's the best I can do for you. But that is a good question. No, rum agricole it'll be a fine cocktail. It just will not be the Olofsson rum punch from 1947. It just, it'll be something different. Now, I'm going to use my punch glass right here. This is also my Rattler glass, but we'll be doing a punch glass. We're going to be pouring this guy in here right up until we have just enough room to float the rest of our rum in here. Beautiful. The rest of our rum is going to be a dark Jamaican. That is why you cannot use a Jamaican rum earlier in this. The Jamaican rum earlier in this would just sort of disappear. Now, this rum Babincourt is a very, very specific thing we're looking for. So, do be careful with this last bit. Usually when I float, I just float as much as I can. For this one, we are going to be floating exactly half of an ounce. No more. It's only supposed to sit there on the top and suggest itself. So I'm taking some Caruba, which is a dark Jamaican, and I'm just going to float this guy right here on top. Oh, slow fade. Right here on top, so we have a delicious Olofsson rum punch from the Hotel Olofsson in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. After this was made, about a year later, Trader Vic, in his stealing ways, in his thieving ways, in his jerk ways, where he goes in and just takes everything else that everybody else has done, he published a book of cocktails called his Guide to Bartending, or whatever it is the Bartender's Guide, the Trader Vic Bartender's Guide. And in that, he put in a rum punch. Well, it made the owner and the creator of this cocktail so mad, so mad at him, that they wrote letters, and they eventually published their own recipe. It was different than this recipe. We eventually found this recipe in some books. I didn't, but the Tiki people eventually found this recipe in some books. But they did a different version of this, saying that you have to use the Rum Babincourt, since this is an old bottle of it, this is as close as it gets. I am not giving this one to Kyle. I will make Kyle whatever else he wants, but Kyle will have to pry this one from my very cold and very dead hands. Oh my god, it's so good. Even with just that, even with a bunch of the Caruba on top. Let's get down here in the bottom. See how we did. Oh baby. Oh baby. Please, in love. More rum punches in my life. So this is the Olofsson rum punch from from the Olafson Hotel in Port-au-Prince. It is the Trader Vic killer. I'm going to go talk to Kyle. I'm going to leave the drink here. I'm going to go talk to Kyle, see if Kyle has any questions. Then we're going to come back, guys, and I'm going to tell you what the next 2 classes are. 2 classes. I'm doing 2 classes in advance so that we can go. Kyle is booing me currently on Instagram. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. So, Kyle, one sec. Kyle, any questions there, Kyle? We're feeling good? I'm currently blocking the door so that Kyle can't bum rush me. I don't want him taking my drink. Kyle? Kyle's not coming. Okay. Got one eye on the door just in case he decides he's going to run in and try and steal my drink. He can't have it. Cool. Oh, Paul, do you have Ron Bobbincar? I see Paul has made it. It looks like Paul has made the drink. Paul, did you make it? Let me know, because I want to know, what you think of it. You say amazing drink, but if you have Ron Bobbincar just sitting around your house, that is awesome. Maybe you can help me get a better explanation. In the meanwhile, one more time, guys, these classes will always remain free, but if you can help out either through Venmo. What's Kyle doing? Kyle versus Cush. Oh, good. Kyle's gonna fight me. If you can help me, you can help out the bar and the channel. Venmo over here, Cush, or buy me a shot down here in PayPal. If you do buy me a shot, attach. It's just a way that I can send you a video of me actually taking the shot. My brother-in-law John does buy me a shot an awful lot, and when he does, I do take that shot, and I do send him a little message. So if that's interesting to you guys, that's great. Yes. But again, if you cannot help financially, totally understand. These classes are free. They are free. But just to help, pop on over to the sorry. Oh, Kyle's complaining on YouTube that he can't have this drink. If you cannot help financially, please go over, watch my stuff on YouTube. It really helps. Okay, next 2 classes that we will be doing. I just got a great book that I will be teaching out of 2 weeks from now. And this book is the history of my... I have a triad of favorite bartenders. We know that I love Constantino Vert. We know that I love my man Don Beach, but I also love a man named Joe Shalom. We will be doing 3 classic Joe Shalom cocktails. We will not be doing the Suffering Bastard, or the Dead Bastard, or the Dying Bastard. Those are his famous cocktails. We will not be doing those ones. We will be doing other cocktails from Joe Shalom, the famous barman from the Hotel Cairo, the long bar at the Hotel Cairo, who famously helped beat Rommel by sending up hangover cures. That is 2 weeks from now. We're doing a Joe Shalom class. Awesome. Next week, though, I found out this week that there's a good chance that I will not be able to make it home for Thanksgiving. And I've been going home to my hometown for Thanksgiving every year since forever. I've never other than 2 years around 2005-ish, I missed some time in Phoenix, but we will be doing cocktails from my native land of Arizona. It turns out there are enough cocktails that were created in Arizona. We will be doing cocktails from Arizona in order to support my hometown, to give me a sense of calm and clarity about Arizona. So we will be doing Arizona cocktails. Now, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, trust me, Arizona does have a pretty interesting couple additions in to cocktailing, from a very modern bar out there that I love to actually a cocktail created in the late 1800s. Right around. Yeah, we'll figure it out when we talk. We'll talk more about the history of Arizona, because it's tough for a cocktail to be created in Arizona in the 1800s. Well, we'll talk about that later. So that's what we will be doing next week. Arizona cocktails from Arizona. The week after that, we will be doing Joe Shalom cocktails by the famous barman Joe Shalom. So please be watching please be watching on my Instagram. I will be posting ingredients that you will want to make if you want to make these cocktails. Yeah, and go watch my videos. And I think, unless there are any other major questions, Kyle is definitely third drink, the winner of the night. Yeah, that third drink is something else. Yeah, Paul, I totally agree. Yeah, Paul, Paul has a much larger liquor collection than I do. I should have guessed that Paul just had a rum barbecuer sort of ready to go. Paul is saying that the third drink is the winner of the night. Maybe I'll let Kyle smell it or something. I don't know how I'm gonna appease Kyle. He seems very upset. That is that, guys. As always, I appreciate you guys coming out. I do this more so for me than for anybody else, so that anybody shows up to watch me rant and rave about something that I love always makes me happy. So thank you guys. I will see you guys next week when we will be discussing the little pueblo that lives just east of Los Angeles called Arizona, called Phoenix, called Tucson, Yuma, and Buckeye, and Mesa, and Scottsdale, and Flagstaff, and Sedona, and the White Mountains, and the Grand Canyon, and Nogales, wherever the hell NAU is. I guess that's still Flagstaff. That is that. That's a great question. Cozy Mom wants to know how the foam held up. We'll give this just a little. There we go. The foam's even better now, Cozy Mom. Slow fade. Foam is even better now. Look, we got stiff peaks. Beautiful. That's a great question. So that is that, guys. I really appreciate you guys always coming out. In case anybody's mad at me and leaving because I didn't give Kyle some, I will let Kyle have a sip or two of this cocktail. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys for Arizona Cocktails next week. Cheers, everybody.